Good morning, this is TCR, TroyCommunityRadio.com. I'm Clint Myers on 107.1 WTJN. For David Denoyer on TCTV, time for the Mayor's Report. And with us this morning is Mayor Michael Beamish. Good morning.
The mayor is here.
The mayor's here.
He's in the studio.
I've had a busy weekend last weekend.
Wow. Clint, David, it's good to see both of you, first of all. But yes, summer is upon us, and usually Memorial Day is that kickoff to the summer session, and certainly we had a lot of activities going on in Troy over that past week. The past week, we even started on Proudy Plaza with the 7th, the 8th grade, the jazz ensemble coming down at noontime to kick off the season. Had beautiful weather for doing that.
We have had, after going through all the rain we've had some just gorgeous weather, some spotty showers, and some of those torrential.
Yes.
But they didn't last long.
Well, and then we had, of course, the graduation ceremonies all around the county. A lot of them used the Hobart Arena for their graduation ceremonies. Great time. We had the regional track meet here in Troy. It was a hub of a lot of activities. It just seems like this kicks off that summer session. But Memorial Day observance, wonderful. I think we had the best citizens coming out to be a part of the Memorial Day observance at Veterans Park. I started at Adams Street Bridge. It was just a good experience. I was glad to be a part of it. Thank David for being there and sharing, the whole observance. But it was a good way. The flags, I got to say this, because I'm a member of the Troy Noon Optimist, but we started a flag project.
You put the big flags
We
out.
put the flags out. We have 600 now flags, and you could count double that on people who just individual citizens put a flag out. And it was just nice to drive around downtown, across Veterans Parkway, across the bridge, and throughout the neighborhoods and see American flags flying proudly. And we are in the greatest country in the world, and we are blessed. And it's good to have these special observances where we can take a step back and say thank you for all the service that has been provided to us to allow us to have the freedoms we have.
Absolutely.
So that was last
weekend.
And now we're sitting in the middle of the Troy Strawberry Festival.
That's what I was going to say. This weekend is no different because it's going to be just as busy. Everything's ready to go downtown.
Well, as I was driving out 41, you see that Fulton's Farms strawberry sign with the arrow pointing. That tells you we're in the season. And I understand the weather's going to cooperate.
Supposed to.
Nathan Walters is the Troy Strawberry Festival chairman. I know he wants to have a wonderful opportunity and a weekend where everybody comes and enjoys themselves. And it sounds like that's going to happen. It's pretty nice both downtown, and as you go across the bridge, you'll see the levee full of folks too. And then there's those strawberry donuts that people line the stadium.
Well, I think when you're leaving the downtown to go get your strawberry donuts, before you get in line for the strawberry donuts, you stop at the senior center and get your strawberry shortcake, and then you can eat that while you're standing in line.
And it's air conditioned in there too, so that's a good sign. The senior. I'm glad you brought that up because I'm a member of the Senior Citizen Center, and they work so hard in preparation. So I hope people will realize that's a nice short walk from downtown, cross the bridge to the Senior Citizen Center, sit, relax, have strawberry shortcake. They give you an ample amount as well.
Oh, it's a huge portion.
It's a huge portion. Good time to just relax, and then you head over and you stand in that line to get your strawberry donuts.
They've got all kinds of things that are going to be going on the levee. Well, there's entertainment involved with the Strawberry Festival, the arts and crafts, of course, all the food, and it's all for the nonprofits.
I'm glad you said that because that's what it's all about. The nonprofits, use this as their top fundraiser, and then allows them then to do the projects that they deem as important for the community. So it just continues from one weekend throughout the rest of the year, and including planning for the next year's festival.
Yes.
Starts almost immediately after this year's weekend.
So we look forward to seeing everybody out and about downtown Troy for the Big Troy Strawberry Festival, and you'll get your fill of strawberries for sure.
And am I understanding that you will be live on air some places?
Well, we're going to be live here in the studio overlooking.
Overlooking.
We're going to look down on the Strawberry Festival.
Okay, so
from our perch up here.
Well, then you'll see a lot because
yeah.
from your view, lots of things will be happening, and there'll be a few thousand people here.
Oh, just a few thousand. Always have such a great turnout. Now, we do have road closures. I know McCaig project started this past week on the 1st.
Yes, and I need to talk about that because you'll see the signs that say road closure beginning. If you remember, we had the same situation when we started the McCaig project, moving up to the railroad tracks. Now we're taking the railroad tracks and moving down to Lake Street. But the concern, I know I've heard, is there's a lot of high traffic areas, Ridge, Penn Road, all affected as you do the McCaig project. You've got Haywood School. If you look at the sign, I think it says 150 days possible. I do want to share a little bit about that because the goal is to at least have local traffic being maintained. So if the project is not finished by the time the school year begins, there will be plans, contingencies to allow people to get in and out of the school as well. But let's face it, and we said this the last time, cooperation of the residents, of the motorists, even people walking, it's going to be patience, patience, and patience, because it may require us to find new routes temporarily, but the ultimate is if all you have to do is drive down McCaig in front of the railroad tracks there, and how smooth it is,
the
all
difference,
the infrastructure.
The difference that made and will make, and like you said, it's going to be an inconvenience for the people that live along there, but you have to look at it from the standpoint of what you get in the end.
I look at it as you get an opportunity to see some new and different places around the community as you drive around. And I'm going to be affected by that. I'm not just saying that because we live off Penn Road, and so we're going to have to make some adjustments in our schedule. But the fact is, even when school year starts, there'll be some partial openings to allow residents and those having drop-off at Haywood School. We're going to start, as you said, June 1st to get things rolling, but that's going to be a lot of infrastructure improvements as well as pavement. And
well, they pull it all out. They're starting from pretty much scratch, aren't they?
Absolutely.
So all new.
And it needs to be done as we keep moving down McCaig, section by section by section. And this is probably going to be the most challenging section, I think. Because of all the traffic areas.
Kind of in the middle,
school.
right there with the school and what intersects right there.
But that's not you mentioned a couple of road projects. That's just number one. We still have more patience, and understanding and cooperation needed from our citizens as they find new and different ways to get around Troy. But after the Troy Strawberry Festival this weekend, on June 6th, the High ODOT is going to be doing a resurfacing, redecking project that will commence the North Market Street. That project is estimated for about 75 days, about half as the McCaig project will take. But will keep North Market Street open. Now that's number one. But the North Market Street Bridge will only have one lane open in each direction.
Okay.
So that's going to be a little more congested as you move over. In fact, due to the traffic shift on the North Market Street Bridge, Water Street will be closed to traffic between North Cherry and North Walnut. There's a section there, so cooperation of motorists is still going to need to be appreciated and respected as you move through North Market Street, the bridge, and through our downtown. But 75 days is the estimated time now.
It'll go
weather
quick.
Permitting. Weather permitting, and hopefully, it'll go quick.
Well, and again, these are upgrades. This will make it better.
You know, we always complain about the orange barrels going down the interstate and everything. When it's all done, people say, "Wow, that helps. That helps." Hopefully, that's the same thing you've seen in all of our resurfacing projects that we've done. At the time, it's an inconvenience, and I understand that. It's congested. I understand that. But with a little patience and cooperation and maybe taking a new route or two, we'll get through this. But the ultimate goal is to improve traffic patterns.
All right. Something else coming up in the near future, June 12th, Treasure Island.
Yes, we're going to be dedicating the lighthouse there. That was a gift, a legacy gift from the Troy Foundation. That'll be our benchmark place, but also it'll be a kickoff for the Smiths. Well, I should qualify that. The Marina building is going to be available. It won't be open because the Smiths Boathouse Restaurant is in there making their renovations so that when they do open, it's going to be first class. So it will not be open, but you'll see the exterior.
And the changes that have been made.
The changes that have been made as you come down into Treasure Island Park and all the new amenities that the park holds. The great adventures on the Miami will be open.
Oh, they'll have the canoe rides.
So we will have canoes and kayaks along the river, and then so we have a lot of exciting concerts, activities being planned for wellness and education, and just so many things that will offer in harmony with the activities that the downtown provides. And so June 12th is what we're targeting as our kickoff, having an opportunity for people to just come down and view and walk around and see the new
get a feel for what it's really going to be.
Yep, that's right. And we've got some great plans for the whole summer series, including Treasure Island Park and Proudly Plaza.
Looking forward to seeing how all this comes together this summer.
And that whole riverfront development project, of course, we have the recreational corridor going down there. Hobart Arena is under construction now, keeping it open. We had all of our graduations there, but while we're doing that, we're doing things to improve the setting there, especially backstage, so that then we could also enhance that facility for promotion for other concerts, other activities, and events.
And they've got walls going up over there now.
They sure do. And so thanks to Ken Seiler, Carrie Slater, by the way, the aquatic park's open. We've had good weather. Certainly encourage people to come out and take a swim and enjoy the ambiance of the Troy Aquatic Park.
All right. And the changes that were made to the park itself, I know that was last year. We've all had a chance to get used to that. But the kids can make use of the new bike lane that goes over the bridge to get over to the aquatic park.
Yes.
Make things a lot safer for them.
You know, the whole idea of taking the Great Miami River and bringing it alive again along both sides of the banks, and you know, it's got great visions, great possibilities for the future of our community. And so we hope this is just the beginning of activities that will be enhanced throughout the next years to come.
All right. And your next council will be on the 6th.
It's June 6th. That's Monday. First and third Mondays are our regular meeting time, 7 o'clock, City Hall. So it's an opportunity for people to come and see city government. I say this all the time. Our city council, they do their due diligence. They are members of this community, so decisions that they make are decisions that we all will live with.
Yeah, that affects them as well.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, with Strawberry Festival underway here in downtown Troy, what is your first stop? What's the first thing you're going to eat?
Oh my goodness! I always go. I love the Senior Citizen Center. The strawberry shortcake is always one of my favorite places. We will have already purchased our donuts. We do that in advance.
That's a good idea because that can be a long line.
And I usually, without saying too much about different organizations, the shake-ups, the lemon shake-ups,
yeah, those are good.
Are always really good to have. So I'm looking forward to the whole weekend. I have activities, things that are planned for me, planned for our Queen's Court. It's just going to be a good time.
All right. Well, Mayor, we'll see you out on the streets at the Strawberry Festival.
That's right. And thank you all for also showcasing our community every week. Thank you.
All right. Anything else that you want to add?
For young people out on the out of school now, let's never forget to investigate something new, maybe a new hobby. Just investigate and certainly continue reading. Reading is a valuable tool that will prepare you for a successful next year's school year.
And Troy, Miami County Public Library has the Summer Reading Challenge going on June 6th through August 5th.
I hope that you would promote that. Thank you.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you, Mayor. This has been the Mayor's Report with Mayor Michael Beamish. I'm Clint Myers on 107.1 WTJN for David Denoyer on TCTV.